What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back with another read. Okay, honey, period. I am taking personal readings. You guys can cash at me at money_caprice_cooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at capricecooks@icloud.com, alright? Alright, I work on energy. Energy is fluid, so this could be about you. This could be about the person that you're thinking about, or anybody's thinking about you. Also, time is an illusion, so this could be about the past, the present, or the future, but somehow it's affecting you right now, okay? Alright, y'all, quick shout out, y'all. Shout out to my new jewelry collection. This is the Truly Yours Only For You collection. There will be only one piece made of each piece of jewelry. This is the frozen bracelet, and this is the jade bracelet. Homemade, handcrafted bracelets. If you would like to purchase one, definitely head over to my Instagram at caprice_tarot. It is 357 equal 33. Thank you, Ascended Masters. And it is 927 equal 99. Thank you, Ascended Masters. Feel free to look up any angel numbers mentioned in this video. You could be dealing with Aquarius. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, Spirit Guides, Ascended Masters, Soul Family, Twin Flame Family, please be here with me at this time, helping me receive a message to deliver to my Pisces. Please help me receive a message to deliver to my Pisces for March 7th through the 14th. I feel like you all chose up. It's kind of like you made your decision. You made your choice. It's kind of like it is what it is. You've decided to heal. I got good heart, good soul, good sex. What's next? It's kind of like, look, opportunities are coming in. Like, you tired of motherfuckers running their mouth. Can't nobody tell you shit about you because you know you're a good person. You know you are worthy of opportunities. You know you are worthy of greatness. I feel like you are taking action on your art, on your career. I feel like there's some type of assets coming in. But I feel like you've been irritated a lot, Pisces. I feel like something is not going your way. Your birthday could have not went your way. I feel like it's a sense of feeling like you have to fight for affection or fight for attention. I feel like you fighting for something to grow, a relationship to grow, to bloom. Could be dealing with the Taurus, but I feel like you healing something with your mom. The Taurus is a mom card. The bombshell, it says fertile on it. I'm hearing somebody could also be a Georgia peach, like you reside in Georgia. I feel like something in your life is just not flourishing. It's not growing. And it's kind of just like you feel bad about it. Like, I feel like you're judging yourself. You don't feel like a star. You don't feel attractive. You're not really loving on yourself and appreciating yourself. I feel like it's time to start encouraging yourself, Pisces. It's time to start speaking yourself back up, speaking love back into yourself. I feel like your life is good. I feel like blessings are coming in. I feel like you're healing, but maybe you just don't see it that way because you just see the adversity. Maybe you're needed to see the humor in the adversity. Maybe you're needed to appreciate what you're going through. You're needed to appreciate everything that you've experienced. You need to have better imagination and better discipline. Understand that what you see in your dreams, how you see yourself being a good person and in a bomb relationship, and being honest with yourself and loving on yourself and connecting with yourself. All of that can come into fruition, but you have to be disciplined with your thoughts. You have to stay out of that negative headspace. And even when you do go there, you have to ask yourself why. Use those emotions, use that negativity, use that shadow side in order to help you ascend. Use it to your benefit, use it to your advantage. Astro Queen. I feel like some of y'all could be going through something. Some of y'all could be needing a break. It's kind of like when the sun go down, that's when you get irritated with yourself, or that's when, you have more of a hard time. The song just paused, so I feel like that means I need to. It's kind of like so many people are, I'm doing anything for clout. She do anything for clout. I'm hearing the name Tommy, but it's kind of like, you so used to people doing things for clout and doing things for negative reasons or doing things for themselves that it's kind of like you don't know how to accept when God is bringing you something that's just for you. You don't know how to accept the fact that God is bringing you in love and abundance, a relationship, and it's just kind of like you have all this stuff. It's kind of like, you have all this ice on you. Like, it's kind of like, it's time to, I'm hearing this ice box where my heart used to be. It's kind of like you have all these blessings. You have all this, God intervention coming in. You have all of this divine life purpose. Like, you have all of these realizations and downloads and stuff, but you don't have the confidence. Like, you don't have that self-love. You're not understanding that everything that you have been through has made you a better woman, has made you a better man or a better person. I feel like it's just like you not really believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, and just feeling like your best self. Like, it just feels kind of like sad. I feel like maybe you need to get into a religious community or a spiritual community. This could be you going back to church or tapping into some type of divinity, listening to sermons or podcasts or something every morning, starting your morning just off with God and being serene and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to give you a lot of happiness, is going to bring you in peace and balance and masculine and feminine. I feel like if you're a single mom, you've completely for your whole life been in a very masculine energy. 33 that gets in the masters, due to vulnerability, due to feeling vulnerable around somebody, due to somebody hurting you, due to somebody causing you pain. I'm also the another song on here is Pyramids, is in the queue, and I kind of feel like that's about triangles. That's about needing to be balanced within your mind, body, and spirit. But because no triangles came out, I feel like it's what you're trying to achieve. Maybe you're missing one, because this would have been a triangle, but it's missing a layer. So mind, body, and spirit. I feel like maybe you don't take care of your body. Because you don't take care of your body, that goes back to not taking care of yourself. So that means that you don't love yourself, or you're not loving on yourself. It's kind of like a domino effect. So I feel like you are needing to tap into the source of the problem. Novocaine is kind of like somebody could be on drugs, somebody could be abusing narcotics, somebody could be taking too much drugs or mixing drugs and liquor, mixing pain pills and liquor. I feel like it's a sense of kind of like you trying to heal some type of pain or heal some type of trauma that maybe you try not to remember or that you don't bring up. 33 Thank You, Ascended Masters. It's the feeling of kind of like needing to tap back into your childlike self, needing to tap back into your childlike memories, your dreams, your goals, the things that you wanted to do as a child, the things that brought you passion and love and abundance, the stuff that brought you peace. I feel like I'm hearing that a mother was ripped away, or some type of family member could have been ripped away, could have passed away while you were young, could have been a grandmother. And it just kind of feels like you didn't really have a sense of like a mother, somebody teaching you how to love, somebody giving you that care or abundance. It feels like it was a lot of crying as a child with this healing card here. I feel like maybe you could have had craters on your face, like maybe you could have had a lot of acne, or you could have had issues with your face, maybe with your teeth, maybe with your ears, maybe with your nose, just the way that you looked in general. I'm also just hearing skin color. Somebody could have got picked on for being the lightest one in the family. But it's a feeling of kind of like trying to, 404, Thank You, Ascended Masters, I feel like help your siblings, and you lost how to help yourself. Or maybe you had to be like the mother of the family, or like the head of the household, like you had to take care of everything. Could have been the smartest one. It feels to me like your life has always been very complex, and you've always felt very alienated from others. So it's kind of like you've created this bigger than life personality so that you can fit in, so that you are liked. And I feel like as you get older, it's becoming less attractive, both to other people and to you. And maybe that's why your confidence is a little bit low right now, and God is needing to intervene, because you're still seeing yourself as a 17, 18-year-old woman, and it's kind of like you've grown into a 30-year-old woman, and it's time to love on yourself as a 30-year-old woman or a 20-year-old woman instead of a 19-year-old woman, or instead of a 12-year-old child. It's time to accept the fact that you have evolved as a woman, and you don't have to be where you were 2 years ago. It's kind of like you don't have to feel guilty because you were a bad parent, or because you were a bad person or a bad friend or something 3 years ago. You don't have to feel bad about that anymore. You learned your lesson. You went through that. That's something that God put you through. Now you can accept the fact that you're a better woman because of it. This is needed to find that confidence, needed to tell yourself, I'm proud of myself, I'm happy, I'm abundant, I've been through a lot, I've gotten through a lot, I'm strong, right? Needing to tell yourself every day, I'm strong, I'm a good mother, I'm a good person, I'm a good sister, I'm a good friend, I'm a good cousin, I'm a good teacher to my peers, I'm a good listener, This is learning how to learn again, learning how to not just always speak, but to listen to other people, to take in other information. I feel like a lot of you guys, Pisces, are very stuck in your ways, and it's time to kind of like come out of that. It's time to learn that evolution is better than staying stuck. This is you coming into a more confident energy, a more loving energy, a more appealing energy, to where it's appealing to yourself, so that the way that you feel about yourself is in turn coming and appearing on the outside, is able to radiate. People can see that you love yourself. People can see that you feel good about yourself. People can see that you feel abundant and you feel happy and you feel safe. People can just tell that about you, and it feels amazing, it feels beautiful, it feels good, it feels very loving, and it just feels kind. Like, it feels like learning to be kind to yourself and to others, spending a lot of time with your family. I feel like there's a lot of family functions or a lot of family get-togethers. I feel like there's a sense of kind of like family togetherness, like finally forgiving your family and accepting your family, because I feel like you nurtured them. I feel like you've always had your titty out. You've always given handouts. There could be issues with your breasts. They could be too big. They could be causing back problems. You could be wanting a breast reduction. That could be something that you've been saving up for. But yeah, I keep my own counsel. This is somebody learning how not to care so much about what other people think about them and how other people perceive them. You know, I feel like you have this personality where you act like you don't care, but maybe when you're home alone in the dark or by yourself, you know, it does cause insecurities and stuff. Like, you know, when you're home alone sleeping or whatever, or if you take drugs or if you're an NA or something like that, I feel like you are making amends with your family and with the people around you, because I offer words of good intent. Maybe you are a person who speaks very ill to people. Maybe you are a person who needs to learn how to control their words and what they say out of anger. 408 equals 12. Thank you. It's in the masters equal 3. Whenever I see the number 3, I always think of my grandma. But yeah, this is just healing childhood wounds. Like, this is forgiving your mother, feeling like, you know, maybe she wasn't a good mother. Maybe if she wasn't in your life, maybe if you are an orphan and maybe you're trying to find your birth mother. You know, I feel like this is you forgiving her for giving you up. You know, forgiving her for not being able to be there for you and care for you. You know, not being there. I feel like some of you guys were molested, or not being able to be there as far as like with your, I'm hearing schooling. Somebody could have got held back in school, or was kind of like somebody excelled in school because they didn't have anybody who cared at home, so they did good at school because they were getting praise from their teachers, and they sought out that nurture and that love, and then they wanted to be able to give that to other people. So I could be talking to some teachers out here. But I feel like this is also just very, very wise women who have come into a new position in their life. And this music is reminding me of like the drug scene, like doing ecstasy, doing pills or something. Like, it's like going to a rave or a party. Like, it's you tired of being a party girl, you tired of being young-minded, and it's kind of like you are tapping into this new phase of womanhood with like so much appreciation of self. It's kind of like you are marching to your own rhythm. It's kind of like moving to the beat of your own drum. Definitely check out the Scorpio reading that I did. You could be dealing with the Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart, or you could just be harboring the energy of a Scorpio. But I definitely, in that video, just talked about, I don't know, I forgot what I was just going to say. I don't know why I was going to say that, but I don't know. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on. What type of ancestor messages can we get from my Pisces? Spring is going to be very important for y'all. I feel like y'all ancestors around y'all. I feel like somebody has a grandfather around them. Ancestral patterns. This is kind of like learn from your ancestors. You know, tap back into memories about them. Think about them sometimes. Talk out loud to them sometimes. I know for a fact, like, my grandma has been showing herself to me so much, and she's been giving me so information that I would have never known. She's been coming to me in my dreams. And I feel such a sense of comfort, like being able to see her and being able to know that she is around me, even though I don't necessarily remember her in this lifetime. She's giving me so much guidance from the other side that I can't help but to appreciate her. I'm seeing a lot of animals too. A turtle, a lizard, a gecko, I just heard, a snake. But yeah, this is like you tapping into that animal medicine, tapping into spending time with your grandparents, spending time with the elders of the family. I feel like somebody is passing you the baton. Somebody in your family could be passing away soon, or somebody could be sick. But it's like this bird is bringing her a little pebble. So I feel like there's some kind of token of information. You're going to find out about somebody's passing before it happens. Or maybe your children is going to, or maybe you have a young child and they're seeing ghosts in the house or something like that. But I feel like it's a sense of kind of like you are being passed down the baton. Like, it's time for you to be the wise one in the family. It's time for you to be wise counsel. And this looks like an otter. If you look at this, it's like lip gloss or something that got smeared on there. and it's like reflecting. Kind of looks like a duck or something. It's kind of like I'm hearing like a flightless bird, an otter. Like, it just kind of feels like, y'all can feel free to look up any of those spirit animals if you would like to. But I'm hearing hold on, I gotta play this song real quick because I feel like this song is gonna be important for somebody. And it's gonna make somebody cry when they hear it. 1515, thank you, Ascended Masters. I feel like somebody ran away from home a lot. Guardian angel. I feel like if you are finding feathers and pennies and coins and random shit, or seeing a lot of dust particles in the air, I feel like your spiritual team is around you, kind of giving you nudges of encouragement. You know, I feel like something happened to some of you when you were 9 years old, you know. Some of you guys are finding out that your father is not your father. Some of you guys are gaining inheritance from a father. You're finding out like this man was rich, or he had a good life, like he took care of his other kids, he took care of his family. Little Lisa says, ouch. So I feel like maybe a sister or maybe somebody in a family could have been molested by somebody who was like a father, or a boyfriend of the mother. It happened somewhere that you called home. I feel like you and your siblings have gone through so much. I'm picturing the show Shameless, where it's kind of like there's an older sister or an older sibling who just had to take care of their siblings, and I feel like you don't even want to have kids. It feels like you don't want to have kids. It feels like you are just fed up and you're tired, and it feels like you're drained. It feels like all your life you've just been drained. Trust your talents and change in time. It's kind of like you are worthy of more than what you're doing right now. You are worthy of where you are right now. You are worthy of more. You are worthy of bringing in more. 414. You are worthy of moving out of Milwaukee. You are worthy of leaving this town, your hometown. I feel like exchange energy to create abundance. Somebody could be pregnant. Somebody could be having a miracle baby. Somebody could have had a rainbow baby. If you look at the thing, somebody's baby could have passed away due to rape. Or somebody could have had a baby from out of rape, and it's kind of like you want to keep your baby because maybe you couldn't have children. Somebody could have had a baby out of molestation, or out of rape. But I feel like somebody is needed to be disciplined in their emotions and shapeshift, turn into a different woman, turn into a different man, evolve themselves. You know, it's kind of like it's time to stop running away from your problems. Instead it's time to accept them and face them. You know, it's time to, as you accept them, learn to love yourself for dealing with them. You know, the things that you don't like about yourself, the shadow side, the things like jealousy and resentment. And, you know, the things that you don't like about yourself, like maybe one thing for me that I don't like about myself is that when I'm like in relationships or friendships, like especially friendships, like I feel like I want my best friend to be only mine. I have a problem with jealousy, and it took me a long time to accept that I was still lovable even though I had that negative trait. That's a shadow trait of mine. And it took me getting to the root of the problem. Like, well, why am I always jealous in all my situations? And it stemmed from my childhood. You know, I have a sibling who is a whole 10 and a half, 11 years younger than me. And I didn't have a reason to be jealous, but I felt jealous of him growing up. So, because it wasn't like established that I should not have been, it created a pattern for me. It created a reason to feel jealous, you know, growing up and having people be jealous of me, having my friends or, you know, my sibling, not my siblings, but my god siblings or whatever, like feeling the other side of jealousy as well. You know, like it gets embedded into your DNA. Everything that you experience gets embedded into your DNA. You know, everything that your grandparents have experienced gets embedded into your DNA. You know, everything from your past lifetimes have been embedded into your DNA. And I know that my jealousy comes from a past life. My family has a generational curse of third-party situations and single women. 33, thank you, Ascended Masters. And because of that, like, a lot of the women in their past lives have been left. left to bear children alone due to men leaving for other women. And that is a burden that my family carries, and it's a burden that I have broken the generational curse of. I've dealt with it in my life, but it's something that my grandma told me that I wouldn't have to deal with anymore. I would be married. I will be married. I am married. Okay, period. I'm putting that out into the universe. 202, thank you, it's in the masters, right? So it's a sense of kind of like needing to exchange energy to create abundance. This is building a family. This is building a legacy. This is you wanting better for yourself. You know, she got her own. This is kind of like having your own, loving yourself enough to have your own house that's very neat and kept and taken care of. How your house is symbolizes how your mind is. It's a sense of kind of feeling like, okay, my house is taken care of, my business is taken care of, my children are taken care of, and then I'm taken care of. I love myself. I'm looking good. Everything is taken care of. I feel like this is a sense of being able to attract people who are like you, business-minded people who are on the same frequency as you, you know, people in your career path who are willing to and wanting to do the same kind of mission work, help people the way you want to help people, no matter what your spiritual gifts are, whether it be helping kids, helping people in social work, helping people, if you're a lawyer, if you're a criminal defense lawyer, where you help innocent people be proven innocent, like, you know, it's a sense of kind of like whatever you do, God sees that you work hard. God sees that you are loving of your journey and of your process. And no matter what God puts you through, you are still appreciative. Because of that, God is just blessing you. That's kind of like how I am with my daughter. If I see that she's appreciative of something that I give her, it makes me want to give her more. You know, but when she's ungrateful, it makes me be like, well, you don't deserve shit. Like, you know, and it's the sense of like, I'm a mother. God is our mother. She's doing the same thing for us. She's giving us, knowing she can do for herself. God knows that we have free will and that we can make choices that we want to on our own, but we are trusting of God enough to be like, look, I throw my hands up, I surrender. I want to be allowing of whatever you want me to do. I want to grow, so I have to allow you to guide me so that I can grow, so I can be depotted, because I've outgrown the shell of a self that I am right now, right? It's like, I love it when she say, I got it. This is you, like, being like, I got it. You know, this is not relying on niggas to take care of you, not relying on, you know, I just feel like you just not relying on your family, you not relying on friends. You just, I feel like for some reason I'm hearing somebody could, like, rely on niggas to bring them happiness or abundance or peacefulness. And it's just kind of like you learning that you really don't got to do that no more. And it don't even really feel good to do that no more. You feel happy. You're like appreciating your nice thick thighs and appreciating yourself, your drive and your ambition and your goals and what you do for yourself on a daily basis. 33 things just in the masters. It's kind of like at this point you don't need no nigga. You don't need him. You don't look at no nigga like Captain Save him no more. And because you've gotten to the point where you are independent in yourself, God is ushering in somebody who is looking at you like inspiration. This is somebody who wants to come in and match your fly. You work for this shit. This relationship is deserving, like, of you, of your love, of your care, of your light, of what you gonna put into this. I feel like this is like putting your effort into something, putting your effort into yourself, and then reaping the rewards that come after changing yourself, being a better version of you, right? I'm uploading the Scorpio video. It's called You Don't Know How Poppin' You Are. So definitely go check out that video. Even if you're not a Scorpio. But yeah, it's gonna take an hour to upload. I've been doing longer videos. If you guys are enjoying the longer videos, definitely leave an emoji of a clock down below. I'm just stunting like my daddy. I feel like some of you definitely have deep-rooted daddy issues. And it's kind of like the need to, like, forgive your father. You know, forgive him for not being there. Forgive him for feeling like he didn't teach you how to love a man and didn't show you how to make a man love you. Or teach a man to love you, should I say. Right? This is you being a bone collector, collecting all the shit that you've been through, listening to your guides, listening to the lessons you've learned, kind of just being like, look, I have more compassion now. I love my father. I understand that he was stuck in the mud. He was dealing with his own one-ring circus. He couldn't give me what I needed to give myself. You know, this is you just being accepting of him, even if he is mean, even if he is grumpy, even if he is not around. You know, this is you just loving your peoples regardless. You know, this is you being accepting of your peoples regardless. You know, if you have family members in your family who don't necessarily believe in what you do, don't believe in your career choices or whatever it is, don't believe in who you want to date if you are homosexual or transgender, it's just kind of like this is you needing to learn that you're dealing with your own shit and that they dealing with their own shit. They probably got some past lives of them being gay, and that's why they homophobic now. You know, that ain't up to you to prove that to them. That ain't your job. Your job is to work on yourself. You know, 4:22 p.m. Stability is definitely coming in. Finding your version of stability, a balancing act, coming to life, you balancing out, coming into yourself as a woman, but also holding true to your morals and your values, not changing yourself and what you believe in, you know, but also balancing, you are changing your mindset, you are seeing things differently, you know. So one thing I can give for example is like, I'm coming to life, I'm being accepting of the fact that I do have multiple personalities. I do switch. I am sometimes not aware of what's going on, and then sometimes you can be like, but I just said, and then now you don't remember. Like, it's kind of like sometimes I'm not aware, and that's something that I can accept about myself, but it's also something that I can kind of like understand that I am changing as a person. Right? So even if that is something that, you know, I have, even if that is something that makes me me, I'm also evolving to the point where now I don't necessarily see it as me having multiple personalities. I see it as me having multiple guides who sometimes help me out. You know, I may talk different or sound different. I know that it's a different guy. I watch a video back and my demeanor is different. I know that it was a different guy. You know, it's a sense of kind of like taking what you know about yourself and enhancing it, balancing out, not changing what you were embedded to be versus evolution, you know. Freezing down the freeway, be mindful when you're driving. I feel like somebody is prone to accidents. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of just like you meeting your boss, like you meeting your boss like counterpart. Like, you know, you could be meeting the Capricorn. You could be dealing with the Capricorn. You could have Capricorn in your family or something like that. But I feel like it's a sense of kind of like coming back for your inner child, coming back to heal her. You know, it's like you have to do what you have to do. You have to go through all the shit that you have to go through. But then you have to go back to your inner child. You gotta remember what the fuck made her not so innocent. 30s, you think you're sitting masters, and you gotta touch on that. You gotta love that. You gotta nurture her. You gotta tell her you are okay. I have flourished into this beautiful ass woman. I am bomb. I am a goddess. Like, I am a queen. I am godly. I am respected. I am leaving a legacy. Like, you gotta tell yourself that every day. You gotta feel so good about you that your inner child is able to flourish. She's able to grow up so that you can find your voice again without having to yell at people. You know, so that you can find your voice again without having to not speak your whole truth. So that you can find your self-love again without having to find it in other people. So that you can find your career path and your dreams and your goals without having motherfuckers stump on them and tell them that you can't do it. You know, this is going back to her and nurturing her and just giving her your titty and being like, drink from me, love from me, learn from me. Like, it's kind of just like, at this point, you watching kid shows, your ass motherfucking playing again, you visualizing, you playing pretend. As you play pretend, you're bringing things into fruition for real. You know, you taking, you know, like, people would tell you when you a kid, don't lie, don't tell a fib. But now I'm starting to see that, what if it's not telling a fib? What if it's, I know some shit that you don't know? You know, what if it's me manifesting some shit? Like I always say, I'm married. I always tell people I'm in a relationship and I'm happy and I'm peaceful and I'm this and I'm that. And those aren't lies. I am married. Spiritually, I already know my husband. Shit, fuck you talking about? So it's kind of just like coming back into playing pretend, like telling yourself, like, I'm on vacation. Like, I'm on vacation, period. I'm on vacation, bitch. Like, what? You know, like, it's kind of like, you can tell yourself that and it's not a lie. You playing pretend, but you visualize. And this is balancing out, like, not feeling crazy. Not feeling like you crazy for doing the things that you're doing. Not feeling like you weird for watching readings. You know, like, this is you no longer accepting what the world view of you is. It's just you and your boss. It's just you and God. God is the boss, God is the father, God is the mother, God is the sky, God is the universe. It's kind of just like, what the fuck is up? Like, nothing that nobody say on this earthly ass platform, I feel like, can affect you anymore. Because it's like, you've come back for your inner child. Once you had her with you, it's just kind of like, look, we up out of here. I feel like mind, body, spirit. I feel like you connecting your inner child, your present self, and your higher self, all is connected. I feel, y'all, I've been seeing myself as a grandma. In my dreams, I've been seeing myself with Kamaya's kids, like, and it's to the point kind of where, like, it just ushers in, like, peace in my heart, because I know we gonna make it, and I know that I have a legacy, and I know that I'm building a legacy. Thank you, Cindy Masters, period. Thank you, God. That was just confirmation for me. Like, I see myself as a grandma. I see myself having a husband and us raising our kids together, teaching them how to love themselves, teaching them how to have their own business, you know, teaching them how to have a successful business and family, how to successfully love yourself, be spiritual, but also be modern. You know, like, I want to teach them to be authentic to themselves, no matter what version of themselves that may be. You know, I want to teach them to learn their lessons and to be accepting of themselves. You know, I feel like I had to have a hard life so that I could teach my daughter that it's okay to have a hard life. You know, like, it's okay to accept that shit happens to us, and shit happens to us so that we can learn from it, so that we can ascend. You know, parents who show their kids no tough love, no discipline, the kids feel like they aren't loved. God shows us discipline. 33, thank you, Cinemaster. God makes us learn from our lesson. God puts us on punishment. God humbles us. That is a form of love. God loves us. When your parents are hard on you, that's your parents loving on you. You know, and I feel like it's a sense of kind of like needing to appreciate your struggle, your pain, you know, the things that you have went through that you felt like was going to break you. It takes a certain type of man to teach, to be far from the hood but understand the streets. It's kind of like, that's me, that's us, that's we. You know, it's kind of like we don't have that mentality where it's like we're hateful, or we want to do bad things to people, or harm people, or be judgmental, or any of that. But it's kind of like we understand, we are compassionate. Like, it takes a certain kind of man to teach. This is lessons that we have learned. It takes a certain kind of person to help another person. You know, because pain that you go through and you don't help other people not go through it is just in vain. And I feel like you're starting to realize that, like, look, I went through this for a reason. I got to speak to my kids about it. I got to speak to the world about it. I got to speak to my students about it, my family, you know, the people in my generations who are coming up after me. I feel like if you are a grandmother, you have a legacy here on this earth. If you are a mother, you will be a grandmother one day. You have a legacy here on this earth. Like, it's time to no longer think about little ass goals. When I think about my goals in life, I think about what's going to be left behind when I'm not here anymore. What is Kamaya Sky going to tell her children about me, and about my love story, and about how her parents met, and about how her kids were created, and about how they love themselves. Like, what is their story going to be? You know, what legacy are they going to have? What family business are they going to be able to work for and get them a car at 16? You know, like, what it's kind of like my dreams and my goals are so much bigger than this mundane little earthly platform that we have here. And it's kind of like, I feel like a lot of you Pisces are going back into that dreamy state. A lot of you guys are tapping into your spirituality more. You're tapping into numerology and sacred geometry. And a lot of you guys are reading more and writing out your feelings and just getting more into yourself as a person. For some reason, I just heard Chance the Rapper. A lot of you guys could be taking chances on relationships and on friendships and just on new situationships. I feel like a lot of you guys are just ready to go to new heights. You know, a lot of you guys are ready to ascend. A lot of you guys are feeling like me, where it's like, I can't wait to go home. Like, I don't want to die. I'm not telling God I want to die. I know that I have a long life to live. But at the same time, I can't wait to help Kamaya from the other side, and to be able to just be free and see all the worlds, and to see everything for what it is, and to know answers. Like, I'm appreciative of the fact that I get to dream about shit like that. I get to think about shit like that. You know, I get to heal myself enough to even fathom shit like that. I feel like a lot of you guys are coming into a position where y'all are balancing y'all spirituality versus what has been embedded into you already. You know, it's kind of like unlearning things about religion, and unlearning things about judging others, and unlearning things about how you feel about certain things that you felt set in stone and are being diminished, because as you tap into that spirituality, you are gaining compassion, you are gaining light, and you're learning that there are different perceptions. There are different versions of the story. My neighbors just dropped something, and that scared the shit out of me because I thought somebody was like knocking on my door or something. But I feel like somebody is definitely taking a cruise this summer. Somebody is taking a trip. It's kind of like the world is yours. God wants you to see the world. God wants you to put yourself out there. I feel like a lot of you guys are like 30, and it's kind of like it's time for y'all to like get yourself out there. Y'all 30 and never been on vacation, never took your kids on vacation. I feel like some of you guys have never been on like a family vacation. A lot of you guys are also experiencing like parent guilt, you know, like seeing your kids grow up and them, you know, living them lives and separating themselves from you, or not talking to you as much, or, you know, not appreciating you as much, or whatever it is. I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with just kind of like wanting to have better relationships with your children, wanting them to be more compassionate of you. But in order for that to happen, Pisces, I feel like y'all have to be vulnerable around them. You have to let them know that it's okay to be vulnerable, so that they can know it's okay to be vulnerable with you. 433, thank you, Ascended Masters. At the end of the day, we are our children's greatest teachers. 33, thank you, Ascended Masters. If we don't tell them about our life experiences, if we don't tell them about what we have been through, it's like we keeping secrets, and secrets are lies by omission. That's why I don't understand people who are spiritual be like, oh, it's certain stuff I can't say. I say whatever God tells me to say. Why? Because I don't feel like God will keep anything secret from me. So who am I to keep my secrets away from others? I feel like I'm so powerful that I'm protected. I don't have to fear, oh, if I say that, the government's going to get me. That's a fear-based thought. That's me believing that the government is more powerful than God. The government can get me before God can protect me. Bitch, I don't believe in that shit. I believe that I'm going to speak my truth, and I'm always going to tell my daughter exactly what it is that I've been through. I'm not even going to tell just my daughter. I'm going to tell all of y'all. I'm going to tell the world, because I have a testimony, because I can relate to people, because I have been through a lot. A lot of y'all are becoming teachers. A lot of y'all are becoming spiritual leaders. A lot of y'all are rising above anywhere that you thought you was going to see yourself. I say it all the time. Where I saw myself being at this age, at 12 years old, I am so much more appreciative of where I am than where I thought I was going to be. At 12 years old, I saw myself at 25 being a teacher, being with a husband, being with a couple kids, like 3 kids. I saw that all at 25. Because I guess at 12, you think at 25 is you grown. I'm young as hell. I'm trying to see the world. I'm trying to manifest my husband slowly. I'm trying to manifest a man who's going to love every single piece of me and my daughter. I'm manifesting being a bomb-ass mommy. You know, I'm manifesting a legacy for myself. And at 25, I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that I'm just getting started, because that means that I have a lot to look forward to. So I'm even more appreciative of where I am than where I thought I was going to be. That's the same as you, right? I feel like you need a nigga that's going to come in and dig you out, because you've been in your masculine energy for too long, Pisces. You need a nigga to come in and show you that you deserve to be taken care of, you know? You need a nigga that's gonna put it in the mouth. Like, hello, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But I feel like this is kind of like coming out of celibacy, coming out of feeling like, oh, you have to be nasty to get a nigga's attention. No, you don't. I feel like you can hold off. You cannot give sex up. You can manifest a man slowly. You can manifest a business partner slowly without, oh, I can overcompensate. I can do all the work. No, I'm not. right? This is kind of like loving yourself enough to not overdo it, to be exactly who you are, to be authentic in who you are. It's kind of like it's been a long time before you really have to ask God for some shit, because God just been blessing you. But now I feel like God finna humble you. You finna get knocked down a few pegs, sis. And it just is what it is. God is finna take you on a whole motherfucking trip. God is finna take your ass somewhere. You're going places, Pisces. You got shit to do. You got people to see. You got people to meet. You got business connections to make. It's time for you to spread your motherfucking wings and get the fuck up out here and soar. Like, Pisces, I feel like a lot of y'all are just getting older. A lot of y'all are becoming the wise ones of the family. Like, it's time to get your shit together, bitch. Like, hello, knock knock. Like, I feel like it's only so long that you can focus on the past. It's only so long that you can focus on your past and your pain and what a motherfucker did to you. Bitch, fuck what they did to you. Bitch, how did they help you? How did they help you ascend? How did they make you a stronger woman, a better man, a better father? How did they do that for you? These niggas who hurt you, they didn't break you. They didn't damage you, sis. They made you stronger. I bet you will never accept that shit again. And if you do, bitch, maybe you didn't learn your lesson. Okay, like, we are wives, we are goddesses, we are queens, right? We are the ones to be kept. These niggas, we don't gotta work hard to keep these niggas. They work hard to keep us. You know, these jobs, these careers, we not fucking breaking our necks to fucking work for them, bitch. No, y'all need to be telling me how the fuck much y'all finna pay me to keep me. This is a sense of like knowing your self-worth, knowing who the fuck God made you to be, accepting that shit and not fucking accepting anything less from any motherfucker. And that's period. Okay, Pisces. Again, I have started a jewelry line. Okay, this is my Truly Yours collection. But this right here, these two bracelets are my grandma's collection. This is the Only For You collection. One of each piece. You'll be the only one rocking your jewelry. This is the Frozen bracelet and this is the Jade bracelet. If you guys would like to purchase any of the jewelry made, definitely head over to my Instagram at Capri Sun Tarot. If you guys would like to join the community, definitely leave y'all Instagrams in the comments down below, or if y'all have businesses or YouTubes, leave them in the comments down below, and I will be pinning different comments every time I get one so that everybody can have a chance to be seen. Comment about y'all journey, comments on anything that resonate with y'all. Like I already said, if y'all liking the longer videos, definitely comment an emoji of a clock. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love y'all, Pisces. This is kind of like a deeper reading. I don't know what I'm gonna title this shit yet. Growing pains, bitch. This is growing pains, okay? But either way go, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I am taking personal readings. You guys can catch me at money_Caprice Cooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at capricecooks@icloud.com. Alright, y'all? I'm out of here.